Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's David Hodge. Welcome. Today's topic is the abomination of desolation in Gaza by the hands of Satan, which is false Israel. Alright, brothers and sisters. I'm sure you're aware of what's taking place in the Middle East, brothers and sisters. It has the world's attention. It's the center of attention. No event in history has gripped the minds of the world. Everybody is tuned in to what's taking place in the Middle East. But no one is calling it what it is. No one is identifying and speaking about this event and calling it what it is, besides the one who is exposing it, the messenger of the covenant, Suleiman. And that is because they cannot speak to this, brothers and sisters. America, Britain, the House of Assad, all those aiding in this destruction of the Palestinians, they cannot speak to this event and call it what it is, because it would destroy the reality. It will completely destroy it. Their reality is set up around the idea that false Israel is God's chosen people, that they're choosing Abraham. But what's taking place would destroy that idea, which is the world is structured. The whole world is structured around that idea, which is their reality. So if that's exposed, then that means that false Israel is exposed for being who they truly are. That's Satan. You see, they're wicked, they're evil, they're not good people. They're doing abomination of desolation. That's what it's called. That's what they're doing. You see, that they're abominable. They're the ones who are causing desolation. And all the ones involved, helping, assisting, are just as guilty, which means this will switch the narrative. That they're not who they claim to be. That they all will be exposed. And against God. And then making war with God. Because false Israel will be Satan. And they're going to be destroyed. And they're going to be removed, which isn't supposed to happen. That's an abomination. That's not supposed to happen. Due to what they're doing. You see? It will switch the whole narrative on the return of Jesus. And them being delivered out of the rapture. So-called rapture, right? So they wouldn't be delivered. It would be the complete opposite. False Israel would be destroyed, which isn't supposed to happen. You see? Because it's sitting in a place it's not supposed to be sitting in. And it said that they're going to be removed. That's the reality, which they can't allow that idea to get out. You see? Because God's real chosen people, they're here in America. The black men and women of America. We have second claim to that. So then we will be instantly revived and resurrected overnight with this information. Would empower the black people, the original black people, the ones who was enslaved and afflicted, brothers and sisters. This would be what they don't want you to have. You will receive the mind. You receive the information that they didn't want you to have. It'll ignite your right mind, give you back Well, you already have it, brothers and sisters. But it would ignite it. It would reactivate your mind, which is their destruction, because their mind is destructive to you, and your mind is destructive to them, and they can't allow you to hear this information. They can't allow you to receive it, because this would destroy their reality. You getting your mind back, which is what's taking place, would destroy their minds, would destroy their whole reality. You would ignite a bomb that will blow up their whole reality and replace it, so they can't allow you to get this information. They can't allow you to hear this, because you rising up is the end of them. You getting your mind back is the end of them. They took your mind. That was the source of their power. Take your mind and program you and tell you that you were wicked, sinful, evil, this, that. That's how they justify doing what they do to you. But this information tell you opposite. That you're blessed, that you're good, that you're this. That God was coming back for you. That you see that you had a promise. You see that you was getting out of here. You was getting that your enemies be judged. This, that. It completely switched the narrative, brothers and sisters. That's the power and why they're keeping this from you. That's the whole point of them keeping it from you receiving that power, from you receiving that rejuvenation that would uplift you and put you in the right direction. So they're trying to stop you from getting your right mind, because that's their destruction. It means that now they do judgment, now they're wicked, they're evil, now they have to face the truth, that they're under judgment, that they didn't escape judgment, that they enslaved they enslaved and afflicted God's people and tormented, tortured them 400+ years. That's exactly why they can't speak to this, brothers and sisters. Plain and simple. Telling you this would be destroying their reality, which they're trying to hold on to it. They're trying to hold on to it firm. So they're not going to expose it, brothers and sisters. You see? They're not going to expose it. So what you're witnessing a mass genocide. They're trying to accomplish this assassination of the Palestinian people. This is the abomination of desolation, brothers and sisters, which is taking place right now. It's been going on for almost a year, 353 days. This has been taking place. And this event is not being shared. It's not being expressed to you because they can't. Because that means that false Israel is abominable, which is against their reality, against their idea. Because they're supposed to be good. They're supposed to be good people. They're supposed to be good people. So this exposes them as not being good people. See? So this is showing you exactly who false Israel is, which is Satan. You see? And they are an abomination who are causing desolation on the people of Gaza. You see? That's what they're doing. And it says the abomination of desolation. It says, therefore, when you see the abomination of desolation, which was spoken of through Daniel the prophet, which is Daniel the prophet is Suleiman, the messenger of the covenant. It says, standing in the holy place, which is Jerusalem. It said, let the reader understand. Let the reader understand that false Israel is Satan. That they are an abomination who are causing desolation on the people of Gaza. And they're standing in a place that they should not be standing in, which is an abomination. They're going to be removed. And it says that they're causing desolation. The abomination causing desolation. Abominable. The uprising of the Palestinians is being suppressed by false Israel with abominable cruelty. This abominable act of cruelty and destruction is causing moral revulsion and hatred towards false Israel, and causing the increase in skyrocketing of anti-Semitism and alliances against Israel. You see? So false Israel is setting up their own destruction, which all their actions will soon backfire. You see? Because look what they're doing. They're doing the works of Satan. It's like the works of God. Well, Satan is the God of this world. So maybe that's exactly what they're talking about. That's the God they're referring to, Satan. Because it's not talking about righteous, the good Jesus, right? The good God. That's what they claim, right? They're killing innocent women. They're killing women and children. Blowing up women and children. Starving and dehydrating women and children. Preventing them from aid. Bombing and blowing up their homes, churches, schools, hospitals, and infrastructures. These are supposed to be God's chosen people, holy and pure. But that's not what their actions show. They are committing the act of genocide, which is the works of Satan, brothers and sisters. Assassinating and destroying the Palestinian people, which America and other parties, America, Britain, House of Side, and all those other individuals involved is backing and fully supporting this act of great cruelty, brothers and sisters. See? So they will not get away with this. You see? They will not get away with this, brothers and sisters. This genocide of the Palestinian people, they will not get away with. They will be judged, cursed, destroyed, along with false Israel. And this will be the proof. That's why it says when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that the destruction is near. And it tells you to flee, 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 flee. Because they're about to be destroyed. Which, if you understand what that means, they set up false Israel to counter your claim. So they can't let that fail. Because they set them up to portray as you, steal your image, so they can get rid of you, so they can get rid of judgment, so they can get rid of the evidence of their crimes. You see? So they can get rid of you, eventually, which is the evidence of their crime. And they're about to be convicted. So now, false Israel is about to be destroyed. They see that. That's what's about to take place. Brothers and sisters, that's the critical point we're at. The pressure is increasing, and false Israel is under pressure. And all the nations are angry. You see? And it says when you see this, flee, because they can't allow false Israel to be destroyed, because you'll rise up overnight. You understand? Because that would ignite your mind, which is their destruction. They can't allow that to happen, so they're going to come for you. And so I said, flee, 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 telling you to get away from them, get away, get out of the neighborhoods, get out of the communities, get out of the suburbs, get away from these devils, because they're gonna kill you. Because now you become a national security alert. You see? You the reason why God hates them now. Now they're destined hell. You see? And it says, do unto them as was done to you. And now if you get your mind, you're gonna impose your mind on them like they did you. Their mind was destructive to us, and now our mind is gonna be destructive to them. We're gonna do unto them as was done to. We're gonna do to them as was done to us. We're gonna do to them as was done to us. That's why you need your mind. You can't allow you to get your mind, because then that means now they're gonna reap what they sow. Just to make this all clear, brothers and sisters, what you see happening, it's going to happen to false Israel. They're not going to get away with none of this. And all the parties that's helping are just as guilty, because, I mean, they got other stuff. They got other stuff that's going on as well. Your enemies have a lot of consequence built up against them, you see, which we dammed up. Which I won't get into that, brothers and sisters. Either way it go, they're about to pay the consequence for their actions. And false Israel is about to be destroyed, which isn't supposed to happen. So this was the greatest sign of human history, given that all hell's about to break loose and your life's about to change forever, brothers and sisters. And false Israel is about to be destroyed. And we're about to unite. We're about to receive what they didn't want you to have. They didn't want you to be successful. They wanted you to perish. They said the people out of vision will perish. Now, we're about to unite. We're about to get the information needed to be successful. We're about to receive our vision. You see? Get the good information that we've been needing. We're gonna receive the information that they didn't want you to receive, brothers and sisters, so our people can be successful. And we're getting out of here. So they're gonna be upset, angry. They're gonna be envious. And they're gonna come for you. So they reach out from their grave to take you with them, brothers and sisters. So just remember, they didn't get away with anything, brothers and sisters. No one's exempt from consequence. No one. And they're gonna reap what they sow. And now the pressure is increasing and the nations are angry.
We can see this truth for what it is. Those who murdered 41,000 people cannot rest until those who gave the orders, pulled the trigger, and dropped the bombs are held accountable for their crimes. We will not heave a sigh of relief. Our conscience will not go silent. The bill for the billions of dollars of damage caused in the cities that have been destroyed, wrecked, and reduced to rubble must and will be compensated by the perpetrators. We support the case brought by the Republic of South Africa at the International Court of Justice to ensure that Israel's crimes do not go unpunished. We will take every step necessary for justice to be served in the case for which we have applied as an intervener or as a party.
You heard that, brothers and sisters. That was an alliance, a call for an alliance against false Israel, anti-Semitism, alliance against them, telling them that all parties involved will be held accountable for all the deaths, all the destruction, all the rubble, all this and that. What's taking place over there, these individuals will be held accountable. Like I explained, no one is exempt from consequence. You reap what you sow. And what are they doing? Destroying the Palestinians. Destroying women and children, dehydrating and starving women and children. They said they would inherit what they say, and they do. And this will be the sign, brothers and sisters, that you will need to flee. It says, don't go back to get your baby. Because that's how urgent this time is. It said that if you hesitate, you'll lose your life. That's deep, brothers and sisters. Don't even go back to get your baby. We're in a time of unprecedented trouble. Time like no other, never would it be worse than our own experience. Worse than our enslavement and affliction, the Holocaust, rape, murder, genocide, decapitation, being hung, burnt alive, our babies stomped out. Unimaginable. Worse than that, brothers and sisters. See, don't go back to get your baby. But once we get this information, we're going to unite. You're going to get the information to be successful, brothers and sisters. And those who are among us, the demons, devil-had men, they will be removed from us, which will complete our unity, because they're blocking the way. They're blocking our unity. They're a cancer to our body, which we're going to get rid of them. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, I'd like to bring this to a close. Thank you for listening to me. Assalamu alaikum.